And I also appreciate us moving over here. You may notice I am very much a white boy, but I think if I stayed there longer, I would be a pink boy. Okay.
तो वो कह रहे हैं कि मैं सबसे पहले तो थैंक यू बोलना चाहता हूँ कि हम धूप से छाँव में आ गए, क्योंकि वैसे तो वो वाइट बॉय हैं, हम सबको पता है कि मतलब गोरे हैं अगर हम मूव नहीं करते तो वो पिंक बॉय बन जाते, वाइट बॉय की जगह पिंक बॉय बन जाते.
I just arrived last night and I've had the most amazing experience here already, eating absolutely delicious locally cooked food, taking a tour of the grounds, and it's especially satisfying to me to be able to spend time with our partners at Golden Times, because that partnership, as you might imagine, for California State University Fresno is extremely important to us.
तो आप सभी को जैसे पता है वो कल रात को ही यहाँ आए हैं, और वो जब से यहाँ आए हैं और यहाँ का खाना, यहाँ का वातावरण और उन्होंने सारे खेत घूम के देखा है, तो वो कह रहे हैं कि वो बहुत ज़्यादा मतलब खुशकिस्मत है कि वो यहाँ आए. और क्योंकि ये जो मीटिंग्स हैं हमारी वो गोल्डन टाइम्स के लिए, मतलब गोल्डन टाइम्स एजुकेशनल सर्विसेज के लिए कितनी इम्पोर्टेंट है, बिकॉज दैट्स तो ये हमारी पार्टनरशिप और ये मीटिंग बहुत ज़रूरी है. बिकॉज
गोल्डन टाइम एजुकेशन सर्विस के साथ जो भी हमारी पार्टनरशिप है, मैं बड़ा खुशकिस्मत हूँ कि मैं खेत में आज रुका हूँ. हाँ. और एक किसान परिवार के बीच में रुका हूँ.
And I really appreciated what was shared earlier about the priority that Golden Times places on transparency and honesty and accuracy. And it's a sad truth what was shared about many other organizations out there that don't uphold those principles and that don't uphold those values, and that's just not the right thing to do. Golden Times knows the importance of serving students honestly, ethically, transparently, and you can imagine as a public university in California, we have to be very, very smart and careful about who we're working with, and it's really been just a wonderful partnership over the past number of years that has helped us serve and support so many students from this area and beyond.
तो ये बहुत ही अप्रिशिएशन की बात है कि वो कह रहे हैं कि गोल्डन टाइम्स एजुकेशन सर्विसेज हमेशा ट्रांसपेरेंसी के साथ काम करते हैं, जैसे कि
ईमानदारी से, ट्रांसपेरेंसी से. मेरे को बड़ी खुशी है कि भाई हमने एक ऐसे आदमी मिले और कि हर बच्चे के लिए बहुत ही खुले रूप से सारी चीज़ बता के चलना, और हमारा और इनका जो आपस में रिश्ता है वो इस लेवल पे है कि भाई ये लोग वहाँ भी बहुत ईमानदारी से काम कर रहे हैं, और इस देश में भी हमें बहुत से लोगों से भी पता चला कि ये लोग बिल्कुल खुले तौर से और हर चीज़ को बता के कि जो एक्चुअली में क्या है वो चीज़ कर रहे हैं. और
पब्लिक यूनिवर्सिटी होने के नाते ये बहुत स्मार्ट तरीके से हमें अपने पार्टनर्स चूज़ करने होते हैं ताकि वो लोगों को बेवकूफ़ ना बनाए. तो ये बहुत ही इम्पॉर्टेंट है कि फ्रेजनो, ये कैलिफोर्निया स्टेट यूनिवर्सिटी ऐसे लोगों को अपने पार्टनर्स बनाए जो बहुत ऑनेस्ट रहें स्टूडेंट्स के साथ. तो इसीलिए गोल्डन टाइम्स एजुकेशनल सर्विसेज इन्होंने चूज़ किया है एज अ पार्टनर, गोल्डन टाइम सर्विसेज को चूज़ किया है.
You know, and one of the main reasons that I wanted to come here and that my colleagues wanted me to come here is to better understand more about where many of our students are coming from, because we want to welcome more students from Haryana, more students from other parts of India, because we believe we're a great university option for them. And our team, working in partnership with Golden Times, but also our team at Cal State University Fresno, really wants to work hard to support students so that they can be successful, obtain their degrees, and eventually get on to good paying and fulfilling careers.
तो यहाँ आने का मेन कारण, इनका मेन मकसद यही है, ये देखना चाहते थे कि इंडिया के स्टूडेंट्स बेसिकली किस जगह से आते हैं. ये देखना चाहते थे कि हमारे स्टूडेंट्स किस एरिया में रहते हैं, कहाँ पले बड़े हुए हैं, ताकि वो इस पार्टनरशिप को और स्ट्रॉन्ग कर सकें और ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा स्टूडेंट्स को अमेरिका में वेलकम कर सकें.
And I think those are kind of the main sentiments that I was hoping to share today. Again, I can't thank you all enough for not just hosting me, but for coming out to see me and to talk with me. And I'd be happy to have some conversation if we have time for that.
अच्छा, आप लोगों ने कोई भी क्वेश्चन करना हो तो पूछ सकते हो, अब तो लगे हुए सारे के सारे।
पूछना थे कि जो डॉक्टर जसवीर लोहान है, जो फ्रेजनो में रहते हैं, क्या वास्तव में मतलब लोगों की इसी तरीके से मदद करते हैं? एक बार ये
all are mentioning, like Ranveer Lohan is mentioning about Dr. Jasbir Lohan. So is he really helping students?
Oh, 100%, 101%. I've met Dr. Jasbir Lohan on many occasions. He has come and not just helped students apply, not just helped students get admitted, but he's helped bring students to Fresno State University and my office. At the start of this last academic year, a number of months ago, he had a big group of students that came to our office, and he was there to make sure that they were getting the support that they needed to start their experiences with us in the most successful way possible. Let me tell you, most other partners that we work with around the world do not provide that level of hands-on service. That is super impressive to us. It's really clear to me how much Dr. Lohan cares about the students he's helping come to us. So absolutely yes.
तो वो कह रहे हैं कि इसमें कोई दो राय नहीं है कि डॉक्टर जसबीर लोहान किस लेवल पे जाके स्टूडेंट्स की हेल्प कर रहे हैं, क्योंकि उनके बहुत सारे पार्टनर्स हैं पूरे वर्ल्ड में। तो वो कह रहे हैं कि डॉक्टर जसबीर लोहान को वो मिलते रहते हैं बहुत ओकेजन्स पे, स्टूडेंट्स को वो यूनिवर्सिटीज़ में मिलवाने के लिए लाते रहते हैं, जो स्टूडेंट ऑलरेडी यूनिवर्सिटी में पढ़ भी रहे हैं। तो जो सर्विसेज देनी चाहिए उससे भी बहुत बढ़कर सर्विसेज डॉक्टर जसबीर लोहान देते हैं। और वो कह रहे हैं कि इस बात पे तो कोई दो राय नहीं है, वो कितनी ज़्यादा मदद करते हैं, जितना उनसे बन पाता है उससे ज़्यादा ही वो मदद करते हैं हमारे स्टूडेंट्स की।
Want to know what is the difference between Indian education or foreign education? What is the main difference?
That's a great question. I think one of the differences, as I understand it, is that an undergraduate education in America is a very strong focus on what we call general education and liberal arts, where we require students to take in a 4-year undergraduate degree a wide variety of different academic subjects. That comprises the first 2 years of their study. And I can tell you that sometimes our students from around the world, including India, if they come to us and they know they want to major in, let's say, electrical engineering, they may say, why do I have to take philosophy, or why do I have to study sociology? Why do I have to study economics? But the American higher education system really believes in an education that provides for a well-rounded learning experience so that students can potentially explore other interests even. I must say it might be different here in India, but a lot of American kids, when they're 17 or 18 years old, they don't know what they want to do. They don't really understand their own interests, and it's only through exploring general education that many of them come to learn what their passions are. So I think that provides a real good grounding. The other thing I want to share is that I think American education system really prioritizes participation in the classroom. So not just the professor on a stage lecturing and students scribbling notes and just trying to memorize those, but actually students participating in classroom discussion, speaking up, sharing their own opinions, working in projects with teams. All of those things allow for students not just to learn the course content, but to develop the skills they need to be effective, not just at university, but once they graduate and enter the real world. I don't know enough about Indian education to comment on that, but I think those are some distinct points about U.S. higher education.
And like also the flexibility of choosing their own study plan.
That's true too. Yes. That's true too. Yeah.
And how can students decide the better university for that?
There are a lot of universities in the United States. By some counts, there are as many as 4,000 or more colleges and universities. For our purposes, we think that partners like Golden Times that understand the U.S. higher education environment are a great source of that expertise. I'm here to say that we are not going to be the perfect university for every student. And I'll give an example. If a student wants to become a medical doctor, well, we don't offer that field of study. If a student wants to become a lawyer, we don't offer that field of study. So they need to look at different options. Students will be very well served by working with advisors who understand the higher education system and all of the diverse educational options therein. It's that, plus of course doing your own research. And again, that's why I want to emphasize the importance of transparency. Students should empower themselves, research things online and otherwise, and then kind of verify the accuracy of what they're learning, and that way they can make an informed decision.
यारी इंडिया टीम जो जितनी फेमस हो रही है कि भाई इंडिया में भाई हम स्टडी के लिए वहाँ पे लेके जाते हैं
about Yari International, our non-profit organization. So is he asking that besides this help in study, do they really help in other things? Because you live in US and near Dr. Jasbir Lohan. So can you tell us more that is Yari International really helping in the US also with other things, for example, like
कुछ बच्चों का एक्सीडेंट हो गया था। उन बच्चों के लिए भी डॉक्टर जसबीर लोहान मिल के आए थे और इन्होंने बहुत हेल्प करी थी उन बच्चों का, ताकि उन बच्चों का वीज़ा बच जाए। तो उनसे मिले थे, ये भी आप पूछ सकते हैं।
So like Yari International helped students who got injured in accident, as you are aware about it. So they are asking because they don't know, because they believe what we say, so and what they see. So they really want to know, because you come from US. So can you tell them about the Yari International also?
Yeah, I can speak a bit to that. So we know that Dr. Lohan, through the efforts of Yari International, is again, kind of going above and beyond what a normal student support organization does. Obviously part of it is his deep ties to this community, and also his location in California. That makes it much more possible for him to actively support students. But it goes well beyond that. I've worked in this field for probably about 25 years, and there are few organizations I have seen that have provided that, what we call in English, above and beyond the call of duty type of support to students. As you mentioned, not all students have a perfect experience. Life gets in the way. We've had some students with some difficult circumstances, whether it's accidents, injuries, struggling with academics. And Yari International, through the leadership of Dr. Lohan, is there to kind of tend to the unique needs of international students, which are very unique oftentimes, the extraordinary circumstances that some students find themselves in. I know that Yari International has helped students find housing. I know Yari International has helped students with legal supports. I know Yari International has helped students with getting healed when they encounter medical challenges. So again, it's that above and beyond service that I think is pretty darn special. And again, I speak from a certain amount of experience.
तो यारी इंडिया जितने पैसों में भावे भेज रही है, काफी लोग भी पैसे लेके भेज रहे हैं। क्या यारी इंडिया सही पैसे ले रही है क्या?
So he's asking that Yari International is the money Yari International is charging right now to send student to US. क्या दूसरी क्वेश्चन क्या?
दूसरी यूनिवर्सिटी काफी लोग भेज रहे हैं, वो भी पैसे ले रहे हैं। यारी यूनिवर्सिटी, यारी इंटरनेशनल सही पैसे ले रही है क्या, या वो ज्यादा पैसे ले रही है?
Okay, so he's asking that Golden Times Educational Services taking more money than the other organizations, or is it like okay?
I'm not quite sure what the question is.
Okay, the question is like so many organizations are here to help student, advisors are here. So he's asking that is like Golden Time Educational Services taking more charges, or is it okay?
Yeah, I mean, as far as we can tell, I mean, I'm not here in Haryana working with the students and understanding all of those details, but from what we can tell, I mean, Yari International is acting at the utmost in professional standards in terms of charges. We've had no issue of any sort.
इन्होंने पहले भी कहा था आपके इस क्वेश्चन से पहले कि जैसे डॉक्टर जसबीर लोहान को इन्होंने यार इंटरनेशनल की वजह से ही जाना है, और जो डॉक्टर जसबीर लोहान की ड्यूटीज़ हैं वो उन ड्यूटीज़ से बहुत ऊपर रह के मदद करते हैं, और वो कह रहे हैं कि उन्हें हरियाणा में स्टूडेंट्स के साथ रह के ये एक्सपीरियंस तो उनको नहीं पता, उन्हें बस वहाँ का एक्सपीरियंस पता है, और इस केस में यारी इंटरनेशनल और गोल्डन एजुकेशनल सर्विसेज बहुत ऑनेस्ट और ट्रांसपेरेंट।
ये सारी चीज़ें पेरेंट्स बताएंगे कि जिनके बच्चे गए हैं, कुछ परिवार ऐसी फैमिली भी आई हैं जिनके बच्चों के एक्सीडेंट हो गए थे वहाँ, क्या उनकी हमने मदद करी है, नंबर 1 बात। नंबर 2 बात, जिनके परिवारों के बच्चे गए हैं उनसे ये पूछे क्या कोई गलत चार्ज तो नहीं लिया, कोई एक्स्ट्रा चार्ज तो नहीं है, क्या 100% प्योरिटी के साथ सही चार्ज है, आप ये चीज़ पूछ सकते हो। और परिवार आप जितने भी आए हो, जिनके बच्चे गए हैं आप बता सकते हो। ये
जिनकी मदद करके नहीं जो